I cannot express how much I love the great sword counter in Sunbreak. Hello, my fellow hunters! How are you enjoying the demo? How are you enjoying your first taste of the glory of Master Rank to come? I hope greatly, because I am loving every second. Today, then, is a day for my fellow greatsworders, as I want to talk this weapon and its beautiful incarnation in Sunbreak. Obviously, we sadly cannot search slash in the demo, though, as you know, I did get the very fortunate opportunity to try it out against Lunagaron and Seregios on the invitation of Capcom. I'm sure you've seen that by now, and it really is amazing. But today is a day of Strongarm stance. Oh, weirdly, Hysteria in the demo. Why is it Hysteria in the demo? Okay, seriously. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak official website. Okay, yeah, Strongarm stance. It has to be some sort of, I don't know, localization issue maybe. In any case, the great sword counter, okay? Because truly, it is magnificent. First and foremost, in the background you are seeing me have a little go at Malznoe, and while it's quite the sloppy run, we do get there in the end. I'm not going to try and push time in the demo because truthfully I don't want to be too experienced, because I want the Sunbreak journey, the playthrough, the pro and noob, to have its moments, let's say. But that said, I couldn't be okay with myself if I did not slay the Danger 15-minute classic demo challenge with my baby sword. And talking of my baby sword, can we talk about how beautiful the vampire sword is? I want to hold it close every night.
Josh, really? We already have so many great swords.
Okay, but look at it.
A few moments later.
Fair enough.
Genuinely in my top 3 great swords all time, only competing with the Riven Jawblade and the Wyvern Ignition. In any case, yes, to the actual focus. You're seeing a very sloppy, as I said, run of me tackling Malznoe, and you're seeing just how useful it is. Obviously, you can't be reckless with it, because, well, if it's a multi-hit monster attack, and you counter the first to hit, the second hit's just gonna smack you before you can do your sped-up true charge slash rage slash, but before I get too ahead of myself on that front, again, what actually is going on here? Well, it has a recharge time of about 8.5-ish seconds, though I do think we have Wirebug Whisperer in the demo. In any case, it basically comes back very quickly. It costs 2 Wirebugs, so you do want to be having a third as much as possible so you can still power sheath to move around, but essentially, when you press it, you go into the stance. You get a couple seconds, and if you get hit in that time, well, you take the hit, as it were. And like Rage Slash, you still do take damage, though it is heavily reduced damage. It's more damage reduction, I think, than even Tackle, actually, so you're pretty good on that front. And then one of two things will happen. Either you've used it just in the middle of nothing, just used it cold, and you go into a powered up charge, or you've used it in the middle of charging, in which case you then immediately go into a skip to True Charge or Rage Slash, which is obviously fantastic because it lets you pump out your most powerful attack really quickly and easily after you've just countered the monster attack, so presumably it's recovering and ripe for being hit. Rage Slash is especially neat with this because if you counter a monster attack where it kind of like swoops past you and then go into the powered up Rage Slash, you can then spin 180 degrees behind you and still hit it. True Charge, though, is where this shines, and I should mention the follow-up attack that you get gets a significant damage boost, around the 25% mark from initial testing, and that is potent, especially when applied to True Charge. And indeed, it's the existence of Strongarm stance, then, that makes True Charge honestly back in contention for the primary and best way to play Greatsword and Sunbreak over Rage Slash, indeed ending that Rage Slash dominance that crept into Rise, because honestly, It's just that much better to be able to stand there charging, ignoring hits and retaliating, which was essentially the advantage of Rage Slash, right? Not only can you hit 360 all around you, but you have to be less precise with your timings. You can be a little bit sloppier. You can take that monster attack deliberately to power it up and then return it, whereas with True Charge you have to time it so you can actually successfully land it and be allowed the time to do so, and with the pace of Rise, that wasn't the easiest on a non-down monster. Now, thanks to, of course, Switch Kill Swap, we can have both Rage Slash and True Charge and choose which is best based on the situation, both with Strongarm, but inherently, if you can Strongarm stance counter a frontal monster attack, and it does only block attacks from the front, though you can spin around and go into the stance if the monster is behind you, but in any case, if you can counter a good attack from the front, and then land that True Charge, you gain all the benefits of ignoring monster attacks that Rage Slash gives you, but then all the damage that True Charge gives you powered up even further. It's essentially going to take some getting used to. It's got a much higher skill ceiling than Rage Slash, but the potential rewards are so much greater. And you just get these incredibly slick moments where you feel like a god. Counter hit with True Charge, reposition, counter hit with True Charge, reposition, counter hit with True Charge, monster goes down, continue the beating up process. It's just it is indescribably satisfying, and I really do think that Surge Slash plus Strongarm plus True Charge might end up being the meta way for Greatsword, with the others being sprinkled in on your other scroll for utility or other niche situations. Now, granted, a lot of monsters won't let you True Charge them even after a Strongarm counter. Malznoe is particularly susceptible, and that makes him a very good monster to practice on. He's powerful and fast, but he does leave himself open after he attacks, so if you just countered it, yeah, you're gonna slam down with that big hit. In any case, it is very exciting. Essentially, what we're now able to do is exploit openings we could never exploit before with the most powerful attack in the Greatsword arsenal, and that is only going to give us a massively increased damage output at the cost of having to play with utter cast iron balls of confidence, and that is the Greatsword way, is it not? It is hit the monster like a freight train, or it is getting sent flying onto your ass, and there is goddamn no middle ground, and that's how it should goddamn be. Oh, yes, my fellow Greatsworders, we are in for a treat come Sunbreak. Truly, we are. And we still need to find out what the actual third new attack, well, silkbind, switch skill, whatever of Greatsword will be when the actual full game is here. It can only continue to get better. So, basically, what I want to ask you guys is, how are you finding it? Are you finding it finicky, or is it kind of clicking with you? Are you finding those opportunities? Are you landing those True Charges? And again, I know I've kind of harping on about it for essentially this entire video, but that's what Strongarm stance means. It means more and easier True Charges, which obviously then means much higher damage output. And that, in essence, is both powerful, but it's also ridiculously fun, because as much as I stand by Rage Slash, it feels great to just take a hit and go no you. True Charge connecting is, well, it's like nothing else. That slight pause when the sword hits, that massive damage number, the monster reeling, it is a recipe for enjoyment that really nothing on any other weapon has ever been able to come close to giving me. And I, for one, am really excited to have a proper reason to bust it out again in Sunbreak, thanks to Strongarm stance. So, yeah, generally speaking then, Greatsword looking very great, and that is reflected in its speedrun Malznoe demo timings, currently in the top 3 weapons at the time of recording this, so that's very cool. In any case then, I will let you finish watching this run, and I will look forward to reading your comments on how you're finding Greatsword, and indeed, let me know how you're finding every weapon that you're enjoying. It really is a good time for set builders, theory crafters, and lovers of stabbing big scary animals to death everywhere. Like if you enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more, and until we meet again, consider supporting the future of this channel on Patreon down below. A goodbye.
better now? There, all healed up. Time's running out! Oh. Yeah! Have a taste of this! Take this! Here comes the pain! You're my best pal. Almost got it! Ha, easy peasy. I'm gonna need some of your parts. Good job, buddy. All in a day's work.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.